3, 2, 1, and
3, 2, 1, and
3, 2, 1, and welcome back to another episode of
Pod de Shaw
with
Ellie Belly Kelly
and me, Jamin.
and you, Jamin.
Mm-hmm.
Featuring the new cup.
That's such a swag cup. It's a stand.
I feel like I'm at maximum swagalicious at this point. In my
Yeah,
life.
is that a plastic straw or a glass straw?
A plastic straw.
I think
Because
glass straws are so pretty.
I think that glass straws are dangerous.
They are. I've broken one.
Because I bite into my things,
Real.
and if you bite into it, then you just got a mouthful of glass.
I have a metal straw.
A mouth straw.
Yeah, and then this rubber straw extender to chew on. Aww.
I have I got a whole thing of metal straws from Amazon that had way more metal straws than I need, but I needed straws because I drink iced coffee every day, and all my straws magically disappeared. And
But it was jelly.
honestly, he might have eaten them. Who knows?
Oh my.
That would make way too much sense. But I ordered them, and it was 30 straws, and it's I
That's a
don't
lot of straws.
need 30 straws. But it also came with.
But also you do,
But also you might.
because they get lost.
Who knows where my straws go?
I don't know.
So Jelly can eat them.
Yeah, sure. I guess so. Nice.
Sorry, everybody. Today's episode of Pod de Shaw is sponsored by me being angry.
Real. I am actually not that angry today,
I
which is the first for me.
we flip flop a lot because
We do.
I don't live. I mean, I'm not saying you live angry. I'm not an.
I do live angry.
I am very slow to anger because I just simply.
I'm not. If you piss me off, boom, you're done. You're done for. Because if you know me, I got some anger issues.
I used to.
No, I so do. It's not as bad as it was
Uh-huh.
before, but they still exist.
I was actually. I was actually in not therapy, but therapy through my elementary school.
Yeah.
When I was in elementary school because of my anger issues, and I had an aide because I
did not know that.
yeah, I would hurt people physically and emotionally. And
I love that for you because I see you how you are now, and you're so nice and sweet. But then but don't piss Ellen off because Ellen will have some words for you.
I don't have any words for anybody.
I will always have words for somebody.
Yeah, there are things though that I struggle every day to I'm God, please just get me through this time of this person being just the worst.
A Rudy Patootie head.
Rudy Patootie head, no manners, or just dumb.
Dumb people
Dumb
piss me
people.
off!
Dumb people. Girl.
If you are stupid, I'm trying to choose choice words here. That way I don't have to censor myself.
If you are stupid, I hate you.
If you're stupid and just ditzy, I hate you.
I think that for some reason, culturally today, or not really now anymore, but there was a time when being dumb was funny. And
it was never funny to me.
Being
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, I don't even know, I just get
what do you mean?
what does that even mean? I don't know what anything means. I'm that's literally not funny.
It's not funny. It's not a personality trait. Go read a book.
I'm have a real sense of humor.
Have a real personality.
Have a real sense of humor that is derived from your intelligence, and you make intelligent jokes. Or even if you're not a genius, at least make jokes that are on your reading level. Don't try to be dumb. You know? I'm
your reading
it,
level.
It was no, you're 25. Stop. It's not cute.
It's not. And if you are reaching a certain age where you're becoming a young lady or a young man, don't act dumb to please or to attract others. It doesn't work. It's dumb.
It doesn't work.
Be yourself. Like, and that's so cliche. But be yourself, because you're not gonna get anywhere. Like,
yeah, no.
Being dumb. I hate that. Stop acting dumb. It's not a personality trait.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a form of humor.
And if you're actually dumb, if you're actually like genuinely like have a 0 IQ,
yeah,
like at least try to be smart.
Yeah,
like
read a book.
Read a book, even if it's Junie B. Jones. Like read a book.
I love Junie B. Jones.
Me too. I have the entire collection.
Xander loves Junie B. Jones.
It's so good.
Xander's also taking an interest in Magic Treehouse.
Wow,
I love him. A cultured man.
The
cultured man.
Culture. Plink.
It's like the 6th time I have spewed everywhere because
I
of
do that all the time. Like when you like drink out of a straw and you like don't really like you. It's like
yeah.
Anyway. Why is there a lawn chair in Anyway.
Anyways, don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb. Another thing.
It's not even dumb. It's like, yes, dumb, but also oblivious AF.
Oblivious. Oh
don't
my gosh.
Be oblivious.
I don't like when people also like lack self-awareness. But like that self-awareness does come with age, okay? But there's like a gap from when you're like 10 to when you're like 15 where you just like have no idea like who you are as a person, or like what is like your thing, or like what's your niche, like what like you don't have anything. And then when you get to be like an older teen and like in your young 20s, then you like figure it out, okay? But if you are like have no idea that like how to act, like how to like behave, how to conduct yourself,
yes,
I'm like no manners, I'm like learn from the people around you. Like if you weren't taught manners growing up or whatever, great, wonderful, like
but learn.
Like
and I've noticed it's like, because I do curse a lot when I'm on my own, when I'm at home, but when I'm around others, like let's say the Ratliff family, I find myself like saying like, oh snap, or oh my goodness, or like trying not to curse as much because they don't do that. So I'm like, oh, and I know it's like, it's not ladylike to curse. Like, leave me alone. 1, 2, I can control it when I want to. And like a self-awareness thing, like Crystal, she's one of those dumb people. She is so smart, but she is dumb, like street dumb. I'll be like, we'll be walking in like a not so safe part of town, and I see somebody and I don't like the vibe that they give. If they look like a crack addict, I'm gonna be a little more aware.
Wow, guys, you heard it here first.
What did they hear?
I don't know. Just whatever.
No, so if they don't look so safe, because in this particular part of town, it's not very safe, and it's known to not be very safe, I'll tell her, I'll be like, hey, left side, like get on my left side, or hey, right side, get on my right side. And she's like, what? Where? Who? I'm like, shut up! Do you want us to get mugged? Like,
yeah, I think she does.
Who are we looking at? Girl, shut up! You're gonna get us robbed. And she'll admit to it. She's like, I'm really book smart, but I'm not street smart. Like me, I'm very, very street smart. But I'm book smart, but not as book smart as Crystal. I'm just more self-aware in the streets. Because that's where you need to be self-aware. And she is not.
Mm-hmm. I'm very hyper-aware in the streets.
In the streets.
The streets.
In the streets.
Here's another thing, is that I don't travel anywhere without my security team. Josh. I love you.
Shout out Josh. No, I'm not going to insert Josh because Josh is only for Ellen.
You cannot look at him. If you look at him, I will hurt you.
I will also hurt you because
it's weird. Stop looking at Josh. What do you have eyes for? Stop. Who do you think you are? Like,
who's looking at Josh?
Just like anybody that just like has eyes and they like see him, I'm like, you better not.
Okay, I will never look at Josh ever again because I
Don't.
didn't know that offended you.
Yeah.
So I would
no,
just be like,
stop.
I was like, hey Josh.
No, okay, here's something. Here's speaking of self-awareness, I know that I am like I'm a jealous person, just a jealous wife. Okay. Because
she's got the ring. She's got every right.
I have every
Anyways.
right.
Anyway, sorry. Sorry, I had to
I'm a
defend the
jealous
wife.
Josh has never done anything that I'm like,
No. Josh is the best man ever.
Yeah. He's never done anything. He never would do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Partially because I'm crazy. Another thing is that he just loves me very much. I would never do that. But like, there are people that are like, try to be besties, like with him, and I'm like, I know you talking about. It's not. It's like it's like happens multiple times. Where like,
but more so.
But
yeah.
there's been
a few.
But I'm like and I'm like, even if it's harmless, I'm like, he is not your friend.
Mm-hmm.
He is not your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Here's something controversial, and I'm gonna speak. I just put Stanley down. I'm gonna speak some truth really quick. It's gonna be so controversial. When I say, your men shouldn't have female friends, I don't mean that, like, my husband Josh can never ever be kind to another woman in the world. Okay, but like, girl best friends are not safe. That's not a safe thing, because I
don't like them either.
Anything that you would need from a woman, any like, emotional need or like advice or something, it should be from you, not from another girl. That's weird. And while that's not bad in and of itself, it opens doors, and you want every door to be closed.
Yes,
except
for the one to the wife.
Yes, there only is one door that is open, and that is me. And every other door needs to be demolished. Every building needs to be torn down, because it's weird. If you are one of the girls or people or whatever, this is not just like, but if you are one of the people who has a girl best friend or guy best friend or whatever that's in a relationship, that's weird. And the person they're in the relationship with doesn't like you. And I need you to know that. Okay? And you might hang out together and all these things. They don't like you. They are going to watch you like a hawk. And they are going to be, if they say, oh, who are you texting? And they're like, oh, my guy best friend or my girl best friend. They're going to be like,
yeah. And
they're going to think about it. And if the relationship ends, I would be willing to bet you're the reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me come back at you, because I do have a guy best friend who is in a relationship. He's not married, but I'm not like hanging out with him, and I don't one-on-one.
Yes.
We do not one-on-one, because I am also in a relationship. We do not one-on-one. He'll call me for advice. He'll call me about like, hey, just checking in on you, or I'll call him, hey, just checking in on you, and like, but I'm not like, where's your girlfriend? Like, is she around? We don't do that. That's effing weird. And
it is weird.
And I'm not, and I love Josh, but I'm not trying to be bestie boos with Josh.
Yeah.
I will talk to Josh, and I will be like, hey, how are you?
You don't text Josh, just be like, hey,
I do not text Josh.
Your relationship with Josh does not exist outside of me.
Correct.
And just like, my relationship with Nicholas does not exist outside of you. It's like, one day I might follow Just Nick on Instagram, or like, whatever. But like, I'm not like sending him Instagram reels. Like,
no, and I don't do that to Josh. I don't text Josh, hey, how's Ellen? Hey, how's Jelly? That's effing weird.
She wants to know about Jelly.
That.
She wants to know about Jelly. She wants to know me. She's texting me.
And I do that anyways.
Yeah.
We send each other reels because we are friends. We are not friends with each other, or we're not friends with each other's significant other.
And I have like friendships with dudes that I've had for a very long time.
Yes. And that's why I have that guy best friend, because we've been friends for a very long time.
But like, the boundary is like, there are no private conversations. Like, because we're married. So that's like, I think that's like a little bit, you know, you
a little more respect because
Right.
you are married.
We're married, so there are no private conversations.
Mhm.
So at any given time, this doesn't happen. But
Mhm.
it's like, if I was like, Josh, let me go through your phone, he would say, okay.
Yeah.
Because I know everything that goes on. I know everybody that he talks to.
Yeah.
And same thing, he knows everybody that I talk to. And if, like, I don't know, if somebody were to text me, or like if a male coworker texts me about something, I'll just be like, oh, just like whoever texted me, I'm texting them back. Just so it's not like, who are you texting? I'm texting Joe. Like I'm texting Dom.
Who the is that?
Dom. Nick, he's a friend of mine.
Oh.
But it's like, I'm not like,
You're not
Huh?
like, I'm texting.
I'm like,
No, we're not doing that. Like, if Nicholas asked me, like, hey, who are you texting? Oh, just texting Austin.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm not scared of, like, what's gonna say or blah, blah, blah. No, I'm just texting Austin.
Yeah, and that's something else that's important. And this is relationships. In relationships, communication is the most important thing.
100%.
I know everybody says that, but
when you actually do it.
but when we say communication, we mean effective communication, and we mean, I'm upset about this thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
You think in your brain head,
mm-hmm.
okay, and you say, is this actually a big deal? Mm-hmm. Is this gonna hurt my feelings next week? Mm-hmm. Okay, if it's gonna hurt my feelings next week, let's talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this something that I see is gonna happen again? Like, examples, maybe jokes that they make, or something about, like, oh, you know, what, just any kind of joke that they might make about you, if it's being funny, if it's whatever. Mm-hmm. You can say, you know, I don't really like when you make those jokes about me. It hurts my feelings. Mm-hmm. And then in response, your partner should say, oh, I'm sorry, wasn't trying to hurt you, I won't do it again. And that should be it.
Personal anecdote that just happened to Nicholas and I.
Aww.
And he voiced to me that something was bothering him. He's like, hey, I just want to let you know that X, Y, and Z bothers me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that this bothers you. Let me not do that anymore. Mm-hmm. And I'll respect that. Like, because I could totally respect that you don't feel comfortable with X, Y, Z. Yeah. And so I was like, I respect that 1,000%. Mm-hmm. Like, because I want to respect that, because I respect him immensely, because we do communicate like that.
Yeah.
And so that's not what it is. That's not what it is. It's just being respectful to your partner. I love that. Because like, it's a respect thing. If you have, which you kind of should, if you have respect for your husband or your partner, you will kind of not accept and not like deal with, but like, you're gonna respect their wishes. Like, because the last thing I would want to do is disrespect my partner. Mm-hmm. Because we are equals, we are one. Like, locked down, nobody's next, nobody's after that. It's me, and it's you. Like, so you're gonna want to keep a healthy relationship. Right. This is turning into a relationship pod.
Okay, yeah. So let's.
And that's completely okay.
Circle back. Hey, pod. We just spent like a very long time talking about our own personal issues. Let's circle back to things that make us angry and pet peeves.
Let's see.
What hurts my feelings?
Disrespect.
Yeah. So
I'm a respect person.
I'm a respect person. We're two very different people. Mm-hmm. This is so very apparent, and
this is very discussed.
Yeah.
Outside of here,
we are so just very, very different people, and so, but I think respect is like a huge deal with both of us.
I think our values line up,
right, and we express these things in different ways. We express these things outwardly to other people in different ways. A huge thing for me is that whenever I'm teaching, this is just like an example. Whenever I'm teaching anybody, I don't really like care the age, whatever. I want to be called Miss Ellen. I think I've said this before. I might have said it on here, but I think I said it. But I want to be called Miss Ellen. That's a big deal for me, because I'm like, I need you to recognize the fact that I'm in charge of you, and it's just a respect thing, and it's not a power trip. It's just like, I need you to respect the fact that I'm an authority figure. Okay.
And I've been telling you this, so like I've been purposefully calling you Miss Ellen,
Mm-hmm.
and I do it on the podcast too because I need to keep doing that for people to recognize.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's just how it is. Like you're Miss Ellen, you're not Ellen. You're Ellen to me, yes.
Yeah.
But when we're teaching, it's Miss
Miss
Ellen, and sometimes I say Mrs. Because you're a Mrs.
Because I'm a Mrs.
And
the Mrs.
like just like I like to be called Miss Jazz. Like I mean, I don't care. It's not super big deal to me, but it's kind of like just a preference. You do that to your teachers. You call your teachers Miss So and So, Mr. So and So, Mrs. So and So. Like we're your teachers. You address us as such. Yeah. We're not equal. That's the thing. We're not equal.
We're not equal, and that doesn't mean that I don't want a good relationship and rapport with you, but like, man, like I'm not like we're not chill like that, you know. No. Like I'll support you and everything, but it's like you have to remember, like you're 12 or you're 13, and
we're not best friends.
You know, I'm 20 and you're 23. Like we're not besties.
We're not. Yeah.
We're like we can be like a cool aunt.
Yeah.
But like I'm not your your friend.
Yeah. 100%.
And
I'll be there for you if you need me. You can do all that. Like I'll be there, but I'm not gonna be like, hey, like let's have a sleepover. Like,
yeah. No. Weird. Boundaries. But that's just like a little thing that bothers me, that I'm just like, hey. And I don't think anybody means it to be disrespectful. No. It's just like, oh yeah, we're chill like that. No, we're not.
We're really not. We're really not chill like that. Like
I'm not chill like that.
Like we're your teacher, and yes, we grew up with you, but this is our
But I didn't grow up with all of you.
Yeah. And this is our job.
Yeah.
And I, like, when you're at the church, do they call you Miss Ellen? When I'm substituting, they call me Miss Mijares. Like, Mijares is kind of hard, but, like, over here, I'm Miss Jazz, because everybody knows me as Jasmine. So weird for me to say. It's like, say your own name. But, like, nobody calls me that. Like, nobody calls me Jasmine. Ever.
Jasmine.
Ever. And so, so over here it's Miss Jazz, and I made that apparent when I started subbing. I was like, hey, if you see me at your school, you can't call me Miss Jazz, because there's a difference. There's a theater Miss Jazz and there's a school Miss Jazz, and over there it's Miss Mijares, and you can't, because I feel like it'll show like a favoritism. And like Xander, I was like, Xander, you can't call me EE at school, because that's my aunt name. You can't call me EE at school. You have to call me Miss Mijares, or you have to call me Miss M if Mijares is too hard. Like, and he's 6, but he still calls me EE. But I'm like, dude, we gotta, because I don't want to show favoritism. That's not, because then, what if somebody complains like, Xander's aunt was in my class and she let him eat all her snacks? Like, I'm gonna get fired. There can't be any favoritism. So that's why we try to differentiate. You call us Miss or Mrs. Like, that's just how it has to be. Because we can't be, I mean, yes, I will be your friend to a certain extent, but I won't be like your bestie boo, like, let's celebrate our birthdays together and let's go out and party. Like,
yeah, no. There will be no celebrating birthdays together.
No, thank you.
Like, I'll come to like your grad party.
Yeah, I will come to your grad party, but I will not come to your
birthday party.
Your birthday party with all your friends and
weird
and all your family. Like, I get it. I'm your teacher.
I'm gonna go to jail.
Yeah, it's weird. We can't do it.
Yeah,
there's a certain boundary that we have to set at some point.
I'm big on boundaries. Is another thing too. Is another thing. I think my biggest like pet peeve is like, oh, this annoys me so much, is like when people like repeat. This has nothing to do with boundaries. Like, I just completely different thought.
Yeah.
When people like repeat a joke over and over and over again, and like, so like, example. This happens a lot with little kids. With little kids, like, I can forgive it, like they just like say the same thing over and over again because like
they think it's funny.
Because they think it's funny and they're laughing. But like, and reaction, I love you, but this annoys me so much. Is that I dance barefoot, okay?
And they talk about your freaking feet.
And then they're like, oh my god, your toes! Oh my god, your dogs are out! Your dogs! Oh my god, the dogs are barking! And I'm like, you make me want to vomit.
And like,
it was funny one time, the first week, and then I'm like, have you never seen toes before?
Yeah. Have you never seen your own feet?
I'm like, why are you staring at my toes?
Like that's weird. Don't stare at our feet.
Stop staring at my feet, y'all.
And like you and I, we dance barefoot. Because I hate shoes. I hate shoes. You see me, I'm probably going to be barefoot. I hate shoes. And to dance in them is worse. I just don't like the feeling. And you are a contemporary lyrical
I'm used
dancer,
to dancing in my bare
you
feet.
Dance in your bare feet. That's just how we do it. I'm not going to raise my feet because I'm shoeless. No free feet.
Ow. My hip
Did you
flops.
pop your hip?
Yeah.
That sounded so good.
Yeah, it felt good.
Anyways, like, just stop commenting on our feet and stop making the same joke.
That joke is so freaking old,
it's
guys.
Old.
Also, that's another thing is that it's so like not funny to be like, oh my god, I hate feet. I'm like, bro, no, you don't. They're like, no, it's like a real thing. Like, I actually hate feet. I'm like, no, it's literally not.
It's literally
it's
not.
Literally
You're literally a porch pirate.
Like, it is so like not even funny anymore. Like, it was like the thing, I guess,
for
like back in like 2021 was like probably one influencer was like, oh my god, ew, feet, and everybody's like, oh my god, I literally hate feet.
Yeah.
Like, stop it.
Get some help. What's another one? That I hate? I hate. This is going back to relationships. When people try to weasel their way in to your relationship. There, and this is gonna happen. I know this is gonna happen because my boyfriend is in the performance industry. That sounds like a stripper. No, he's a wrestler. My boyfriend is a wrestler, and he's gonna have fans. And yes, I know that's gonna happen, and I know I'm not like I am jealous, but I'm not jealous of the fans, you know, because I know at the end of the day he's coming home to me. Anyways, when there's certain girls, they have a name, ring rats. When a ring rat continuously,
oh my god, it's the ring rats and the freaking buckle bunnies.
Ring rats and buckle bunnies.
Ring rats and buckle bunnies. They're ruining our relationships.
When a ring rat tries to step in to my relationship. Ew. And we used to be good friends. Good friends. When Nicholas and I were not super public. Because we kind of kept it as us for a while. Because it was very nice to have a little bit of privacy. Anyways.
I kept my relationship as secret from social media for 8 months.
I love that.
Yeah, I remember one time I was actually in small group, like, at church, and I was like, yeah, like, my boyfriend or whatever. They're like, oh my god, you have a boyfriend? And I was like, yeah. They're like, how long have you had a boyfriend? And I was like 8 months. And they were like, what? And I was like, they're like, oh my god, it's like, this girl, like, that's longer than, like, you and whoever have been together. And I'm like, yeah, like, it is.
Yeah.
Because we're 16, like.
Yeah. Literally. Anyways.
Hello? Anyways,
she used to be super friendly with me. And then when she found out, when she found out that Nicholas and I were together, oh hell. All hell broke loose. She did not like it. She stopped being friendly to me. So we used to sit next to each other. She stopped saving a spot for me next to her. She started bringing other people. I was like, okay. So, cool. Fine. I don't care. But she would go to shows, and she still does this to whoever her new flavor of the week is. She would go to shows purposefully to see Nicholas. And she would go to out-of-town shows. I don't go to out-of-town shows personally just because, one, I don't want to. Two, I'm busy. So
I'm
I'm leisuring in my shades. Anyways, she would go purposefully knowing that I would not be there. And he would tell me, oh, so and so, and I can't say her name because but I'm sure she'll gather it if she sees this. Oh, so and so is being extra friendly with me today, all because you weren't there, and I shut that shit down. And I was like, good, shut it down, or else I will. And Miss Girl, I'm gonna say it. She's not that pretty. She's not that pretty, and like, she's pretty with makeup on. But come to a show without makeup. Come to a show without makeup. Because I'm barefaced 98% of the time.
Same.
What? 98% of the time. So it's like, my boyfriend. What? Oh, we. Like, my boyfriend knows what my face looks like, and your face doesn't look any different. Like, you are so naturally beautiful. We are naturally beautiful women.
Yes, we are.
Miss Girl is not a naturally beautiful woman, and she has got the 2000s sperm brows, and she dresses like a rave girl, 24/7.
Oh.
Miss Girl is like 30 something.
Oh.
Miss Girl is 30 something. And the thing is, so once she lost his attention, she's so salty. She's so salty because I have his attention. Yeah, Miss Girl, I am the last. Like, that's it. So, like, that's what I'm saying.
Nicholas.
Like, know your place, Miss Girl. And that's the thing. She also, like, everybody knows me. Everybody wants me to come to their shows, blah, 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 blah. She tries to be on my level. Being best friends with the promoters and the owners and blah, blah, blah. There's only one Miss Girl. It's me.
And that's on period.
Nobody else. And that's on period.
Okay.
It's one of a kind. One of a kind. And that's it. Point blank period. It's me. I'm it.
Gagged.
I'm that gagged. Get gagged. Like, anyways. Stop trying to weasel your way into my relationship.
Ciao. Anyway, these buckle bunnies at the freaking Pasadena rodeo.
Gross. Get away from Josh!
Baby, like, bro, I kid you not. I'm like, I know that he's cute. Like, I can see that. He is not allowed to wear black anymore. I'm like, you just have to be ugly, like, all the time. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You have to wear, like, shirts that give people the ick. Like, you cannot dress well anymore. Because I will literally walk by and, like, first there will be, like, groups of, like, 13-year-olds that'll be like, oh my god, like, that guy's, like, so cute. Like, oh my god, like, and I'm like, okay, first off, you're a child, and that's gross. Second thing is that all the cougars, the freaking cougars, I'm like, and at his job, he is a little blue-collar boy, and so, like, all the cougars are like, and they're like, you better watch yourself. And then, like, this actually genuinely happened one time. Genuinely, and I am not kidding. We were walking by. It was me and Josh. We are holding hands. Okay, this was this past September at the rodeo, and this like girl, probably like around our age, she's like, her and her friends walk past, and she goes, "Hey, cowboy."
No, you're joking. You're joking. Just like that?
Yeah. And
you're joking.
And I was like,
you're joking. That's disgusting.
And Josh, like, we both like turn each other and we go, I was like, did you hear that? And he was like, was she talking to me? And I was like, yes, she was talking to you. Yes, she was talking to you. And I was like, no. Also, at our a pool, like at our apartment, like him and his friends. This was at our old apartment. We went over there, right? And we were like swimming, him and his friends. I wasn't swimming, but I was also dressed so ugly. And so this was the worst time for this to happen. Is that I was in like Nike shorts that don't fit, and I think it was this shirt before I like cut it to like be more flattering. It was just like
a
baggy,
box shirt,
and it looked like a cardboard box. And like this one girl who's probably like 14 years old or something was like, she was there with all of her friends, and they were all like intoxicated. Like
a 14-year-old.
14-year-olds. These people at my old apartments like did not parent their children. Like I don't even know if they had parents. Like they were just like always like out and like naked and like doing whatever. But like they were there, and she's like this. You're Josh, and he's like not wearing a shirt because he's swimming, right?
I'm Josh.
And she's like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Huh?" And she's like, "What's your name? Like, how old are you?" And he was like, and all of his friends, and he like had no idea like what was going on. And all of his friends go, "Married, married."
Shout out to the friends.
And I was like, "Thank you, Chris."
Shout out to Chris.
Shout out to Chris and Chase.
Somebody just texted me, like one of my good friends. And I was checking on her. She was checking on me, and she's like, "How's the hubby doing?"
Oh,
so everybody already knows we getting married. We getting married. And Nicholas, if you see this, we are getting married. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. So like, they're like married, and she's like, "I don't see her. Where's your wife? I don't see your wife." And they're like, "She's literally right there. She's right there." And she was like, "Oh," like, and I was like, "Girl,
I would have lost my.
I will knock you out right now, right now." Bro, I've never fought anybody in my whole life except for my little brother. Like
Hey Ben.
but like, there's a pool.
I would have lost. I would have lost my.
I'm gonna take a nap at the bottom of the pool. Like, bye bye.
Like if it would have been like that scene on Victorious,
Time to go night night.
If it were like I don't see much,
Yeah.
I would have lost my. I literally would have lost.
I was like so upset.
Because how dare you, ma'am? We're married. Like, you're 12.
You're 12.
Get away.
Like, go do your homework. Don't you have like?
Don't you have math? Don't you have addition homework
Don't you have to like read The Outsiders or something? Like, Nicholas?
It's Nicholas! Hold on! And so, sorry, we got to cut because my boyfriend called. Anyways, sponsored by Nicholas. I'll tag it. No, I won't. Because I don't want y'all following him. I'm gonna cut that part out because I don't want them following him. Anyways, don't be disrespectful to people's relationships.
Period.
Respect your partner.
Mm-hmm.
Respect yourself before you get in a relationship. Make sure you respect yourself. Gag.
Gagged.
I'm gagged.
I'm gagged.
You got anything to say, Miss Ellen?
All I have to say is,
Get away from Josh.
Lady Gaga's best album was Art Pop, and I like
ARTPOP.
I don't really want to talk about it. Other than that, I've heard. Anyway, this is a really emotional topic for me, so I just don't.
We love Gaga around here. They also love Gaga in Mexico.
Drop in the comments how you feel. Probably at this time, Taylor Swift will have released Tortured Poets Department.
I think she did today.
Tomorrow,
the
19th.
Oh,
yeah. Let me know how that is. Don't forget that everybody's a princess.
Girl, no, you're not. You're a frog.
Oh. Paris Hilton is gonna come for you.
I don't care. Bye, Paris.
Paris Hilton mentioned?
At Paris Hilton. Anyways, that's it. If you have a pod suggestion, leave it in the comments. We have a lot of fun making these, so we're gonna keep making them either way.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about whatever we want to talk about because it's our pod and we do what we want.
Da 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 da.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all. 3, 2, 1, and
Oh, so good! Yes!